I really believe that pain is there to help us remember our purpose. So pain is like that knock on the door we just can't ignore. And in my case, it was illness. Like illness was physical illness as well as like emotionally feeling depressed and sad and tired and wondering like, what is there to life? About 10 years ago, I was working in corporate. I was working in human resources for this huge global multinational, and then I ended up getting sick. So sickness was the pain that first got my attention. That was the end of life as I had known it. I went from, being highly productive, as they call it, to just basically being in bed, struggling to get up. In fact, there would be many days when I would just take my kids to school and then come back and go right to bed. I would avoid my friends and hope nobody would see me in that really disheveled kind of state because I didn't even know who I was anymore. I was diagnosed with a number of things, from depression to chronic fatigue to restless leg syndrome. I was given lots of what just now seem like labels, but none of those labels really could tell me why I was getting sick and why my body was starting to shut down. One thing I knew for sure is that I didn't want to be taking prescription medication. I didn't want to be lying on a couch, and that was what my doctors offered me. They offered me a lifetime ahead of taking pills and not really answers to what was going on in my body. And what I realized was my body saying at one point, well, if you're so tired and you can't get out of bed, what are you tired of? And that pretty much opened the floodgates. And it wasn't pretty. It's, kind of unraveling happened, and I was like, I'm tired of everything. I even found myself in Peru. And I remember being in Peru working with shamans and plant medicine and asking God, why am I here? And I remember being intuitively told that answer. That question you have of why I'm here, you're here to find that out for yourself and share that finding with the world. The process of my recovery, which took a few years, was really about going inwards and starting with that question of why. And for me, that is how I discovered my purpose and what I do now. My definition of life purpose is that it is the grand vision for our life. I just don't mean the thing that we're here to do to earn a living. It encompasses everything, and in every way we show up in the world. It is the big picture, the full vision for our life. Ultimately, I believe we're here to free our souls, to free our spirits, and to have fun doing it. And to be love as we're doing it. This is what life has been about since then. It's been about sharing what I've been learning about purpose, about what we're here for with other people who cross my path.